Hello everyone and welcome for today's session. In last session we were discussing about advantages and limitation of going global. Now today we will discuss about various stages of internationalization. The internationalization means becoming an international company. So, from by passing from domestic company to a transnational company, what various stages company is passing through is called as stages of industrialization. The first stage of this process is a domestic company. A domestic company generally limits their operation, mission, vision, product, etc. into a national political boundary, that is, into a domestic market only. They view domestic market opportunities. They consider the supply in the domestic market, suppliers in the domestic market. They also consider the demand of the customer of domestic market only. Generally, such company analyze the environment of the country within the country, they formulate the strategies and then offer the product which is suitable to the domestic market need. Generally, such companies thinking that if it is not happening in domestic market, in home market, it will not be able to happen in anywhere else, and that is why they do not want to enter into foreign market. They are never thinking of going into global. So such kind of strategy, such kind of company, even if they are thinking of diversifying their business or expanding their business, they just identify a new market within the domestic market only, a new market, a new business or new usage of the product within the domestic market only. Then the next comes is international company. After some domestic company which grow beyond their production and marketing capacity in domestic market, now they are thinking of going into global. Such company realize that there are some more opportunities available in foreign market as compared to the domestic market. They are called as stage 2 companies or international companies. Generally, this kind of company following the domestic company strategy only. It means they are producing according to the domestic requirement. Their all marketing strategies, etc., are also suitable to the domestic market only. Just they expand their business into foreign market, in the sense whatever excess production remains with them, they want to sell the excess production only, and for that purpose they want to go in international market. So this their business, they limit their business in such a way, they expand their business with a limited expansion strategies. So, and from this only the actual internationalization process, that is going into a global market, starts. Generally, such company uses the marketing mix, etc. Marketing mix, human resource strategies, the opportunities, the environment, etc. Whatever they are scanning, whatever they are analyzing, it is as per domestic market only. So all these strategies are limited to domestic market, but they expand these strategies into implement the same strategies into foreign market. Now comes with the third stage company, that is multinational companies. Later on, the company realized that just extension of domestic product, it means selling the same product into foreign market using the same marketing mix strategies, or making a very little bit difference in such strategies will not be enough and will not work in foreign market, and thus they identify that they need to now start their operation into foreign market. So such companies identify one country and then transfer their office, branch or subsidiary, and even sometimes they start production activity operation in the foreign market. Now the company have two location, one location in domestic market and the other location is in foreign market. The domestic company work as per the domestic requirement, while the subsidiary branch which is located in the foreign market will work according to the need, requirement, supply availability, customers, environment, etc. as per foreign market. They will not manipulate, they will not use the same strategy which are used in domestic market. They produce separately for the domestic market and they produce separately for the foreign market according to the need and requirement of foreign market. So such kind of changes differentiate both the market for company. Here all the strategies etc. are different for both the countries. Now comes with the fourth stage company, they are the global company. A global company is the company which either have global marketing strategy or a global strategy for their all businesses. Generally, the global companies are such companies which produce in home country and focus on marketing and selling globally. Or they produced in different places in different countries and selling focuses on the marketing of the domestic product. Say for example, Harley Davidson, they produced in different country, their major production in USA, and then they market, they want to focus on the different product in different market. Similarly, an Indian company, Dr. Reddy's Laboratory, they are also such a kind of company which produce, their major production is in India and they focus for selling their product into a global market. A global company generally design their old strategies differently according to the different requirement of the various countries people. They consider each and every country as a different distinctive unit and then prepare the strategies according to their the market of domestic country. And lastly it comes with the stage 5 company, the transnational company. A transnational company are those companies which produce, market, invest and operate in all the world differently. They enter into global market, they access the global resources and they make profit from all the different countries. Generally, such companies operate, produce the product. They are located in different country. They produce the product using the resources of that country, and they produce according to the requirement of those company. For them, all the different countries are like a different unit. All the strategies for different units are different for them. Say for example, Coca-Cola, Microsoft, etc. Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Microsoft, etc. Now Coca-Cola has Coca-Cola has bottling plant in almost more than 110 countries. Their strategy for India is different for the strategies from say for example USA. They use the resources from India, they produce in India and they sell in India using the marketing strategies suitable for India. And same company which has another subsidiary branch in USA produce using the resources available in USA, selling according to the need of USA people, using the strategy which is different from Indian country. So such kind of companies are called as transnational company. However, there is no pure transnational companies can possible in world. Still, the most of transnational company are having such kind of characters. So after passing from domestic company, a company which is operating in single country, then they start entering into global business and enter in one or two countries, then they expand their business and become multinational companies which are operating in a few countries. Then they further expand and become a global company which operates in many countries, and then they become finally the transnational company which may have production operation facility in almost all over the world. So the company started with the domestic business, later on passing from various stages become a transnational company. So that is all about today's session. Have a nice day. Goodbye.